Look at this. There are 4,152 subscribers in my trading group, and we're killing it. I got a few shout outs to give on my trading group. This person stated, signed up for VIP Elite, took your suggestion. I doubled my money in less than a week. This person, I'm up $58,000 in 10 days. Chris, thanks a lot for everything. I'm 3 or 4 months in the group. I've turned $4,000 into 65 grand. 65 G's out of 4,000. It's more than 10x. He more than 10x'd his money in the group. This person, I'm up $10,000 in the last week. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group. I've got 6 chat groups where everybody's calling out breakouts, posting charts, working together to trade this market. I've got 41 videos in a playlist. If you don't know anything about trading at all, nothing, you can watch these videos. You'll be making profitable trades. Number one reason why people join my trading group is I post profitable trading setups every single day, and we've been killing it. If you guys want to join the cryptocurrency trading group, you want to pay in crypto, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get you set up and in the group today. You pay for 6 months in crypto, you get a 20% discount. You pay for the year in crypto, you get an additional month for free and a 30% discount. If you do want to pay with a card month to month on a monthly basis, you can do so. There's a Patreon link that's in the description. This is Tezos up 72%. You can see here's the setup posted. Here's 52% out of link. Again, bought the breakout down here. Here's the setup. Here's Ethereum, 57% gains out of Ethereum. Here's the setup. Bitcoin Cash broke out 60% gains over time. I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto daily. Before we get started, I want to ask everybody, smash a like button for me. I'm trying to get a like spike going. Trying to get to 1,000 likes a video. That's the goal. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to keep you updated daily. If you're tired of working for the man, if you're tired of going to work every day, if you're sick of 9 to 5 and you want to make crypto full-time income, subscribe to the channel. Jumping right into the market. Today in crypto, Bitcoin pulled back and bounced. 13,612. So we talked about this overhead resistance, trend line resistance, and obviously the price action got rejected from that level. I'm going to show you some possible bearish ideas. You might have, if we get some continuation of this downside, you'll get a bearish cross on the MACD. There's possible bearish divergence on the RSI, and your stochastic RSI is headed lower. So again, there's some bearish ideas. The bulls got to show up here. Make sure to watch this video to the end. I've got a lot of important Bitcoin ideas to discuss with you guys, as well as some amazing ideas as far as accumulating these altcoins, when to accumulate these altcoins. I've got some Vechain charts from, maybe a year ago, and you can see how they played out. And I'll show you a simple strategy and idea how to make a ton of money in this market without even having to know a lot of these specific TA ideas. Real simple. Bitcoin 1 hour chart. So we talked about, or I posted this in trading group, double bottom on the RSI. Okay, focus on this now. Double bottoms play out real well. Okay, so you don't have a double bottom on the price action, but you do have it on the RSI. So you have oversold bounces as well. Okay, so you're looking for a move to the upside. Boom, got that move to the upside. These oversold bounces, double bottoms on the RSI. Now look, here's another double bottom, boom, move to the upside. Another one, double bottom, move to the upside. Double bottoms are real easy to play. Also, double top, move to the downside. Double top, move to the downside. All right, so don't overcomplicate this. When you're first starting to learn these ideas, just focus on the basics. Now, Bitcoin broke lower out of this descending triangle. Okay, now this overhead resistance, if the bulls can't show up here to break and push higher, you're looking for a retrace down to this yellow trend line. So this is very valid rising broadening wedge. Now these are bearish patterns. There's a higher probability this breaks out to the downside, 68% chance. Okay, so the key is if you get a breakout of this pattern to the downside, you're looking for 12,750. If 12,750 doesn't hold, you're looking for 12,200, possibly 12,000. So because of that bearish divergence that's possible here on the RSI, it would be kind of a chain reaction. Okay, but again, bulls could show up, push this price higher, but we've got a lot of uncertainty Election is obviously tomorrow in the United States, and so we're definitely going to see some volatility here. So again, just kind of important to watch this key overhead resistance level. Can the bulls show up to push this price higher? I've got some amazing shout outs to give in my trading group. This person stated today, he said, oh, this is an Ethereum trade. He was up 116%, obviously using a bunch of leverage here. This person stated, I managed to stay in profit all summer, just about doubled my entire portfolio thanks to you in the group. This person had a BZRX USDT trade up 228%. This person had a leverage trade 266% short on Bitcoin. Amazing to see. These are new traders. They didn't know how to trade at all before they came into the group. So if you guys are looking for help, I can definitely help you. If you want to join the trading group, go to my website, cryptorev.net, for all the information. If you previously emailed me, the wallet addresses that I sent you have been updated. So again, before you send crypto payments, go to cryptorev.net for the correct new updated deposit addresses. Let's make some money. Massive gold sell-off by central banks. Banks need to buy some Bitcoin now. So central banks, for the first time in a decade, are massively selling gold to undo some of the financial losses that the panic situation caused. Should they now start buying Bitcoin? Yes. Yes. But news about central banks working to release their native digital currencies is quite prevalent. But their native crypto researchers, if they were to look at the Bitcoin price charts, they would realize that, hey, they can make a ton of money just buying some Bitcoin. Banks need to buy some Bitcoin. World markets this morning were very, very green. Again, United States stock market was greener than it is now, but this is stating that, hey, stocks zoom higher as Wall Street predicts Joe Biden will win. Obviously, the election looming. Will we see a Bitcoin election dump tomorrow? It was the election day eve, and all through the house, everyone was pretty much freaking out. Listen, big day in the United States for tomorrow with the election. I want to talk to you real quick about traditional markets. Traditional markets will see some volatility. This is the S&P 500. Clearly a double top. Now, it's not confirmed yet. It needs a break to the downside of this level. But if it does happen, obviously Bitcoin wants to remain uncorrelated with the traditional markets. And you can see, Bitcoin obviously had a big pullback and a bounce. It was kind of all over the place. Traditional markets were green while Bitcoin was red this morning, so decoupled earlier today. This is an interesting chart. Shout out to Dan in my trading group. He stated, here's the tech bubble. The tech bubble burst, right? So you get this 38% move to the downside. Then the housing bubble burst right here. 54% drop. Then you get the panic situation sell off, and it's like, boom, straight back up higher. Immediate bounce to the upside. And he LOL'd about this situation. But again, will this put in a double top? And will traditional markets see some downside? Because obviously there's lockdowns in place. There's some definite panic situation ideas that are looming for traditional markets that definitely won't help a lot of sectors of the economy. So this is from Huobi. So essentially there was a rumor that somebody at Huobi got locked up, and 4,241 Bitcoin were withdrawn. This is a negative net outflow of Bitcoin, 4,200. So because of this rumor, people took 4,200 Bitcoin off of Huobi. Huobi came out, hey, we're operating normally. There's some rumors about an arrest of a Huobi senior executive with local officials. We share with confidence that these rumors are false. Again, rumors move the market. People buy and sell based on these rumors. So it's important, like whether you think they're true or not, just understand what most people think about them. This is from Crypto Medication, and he said people should be offended that this is even a thing in the blockchain space. Just basically talking about how, and I talk about it all the time too, and you don't really see it when you first come in crypto. Like when you first come into crypto, this is like rainbows, daisies, sunshine, and dandelions, right? Like this is just the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, crypto is, right? So you don't really see the a lot of sharks in this market, a lot of thievery. A lot of people come into this space and they put blockchain attached to anything. These folks, he stated, they're only interested in building things. They want to get you sold on them as a solution that's going to help the world, change the world. When they get the word out, they'll tell you, hey, thanks for your money, and then they disappear. Everyone wants to paint a picture. All these new projects, they want to paint this picture that says, hey, this is going to be the next best thing out there. This is going to be the greatest thing ever. They are essentially, a lot of them, most of them are pipe dreams, right? They don't really have to even produce anything until you're starting to get to your, test net and your main net launches might be, years away. And so just understand that the money is made in this hype, dishonest or not. Focus on this initial hype factor, these newer projects. That's where you get the biggest gains. Okay, I mean, obviously, crypto is going to revolutionize the world, but there's going to be a lot of private blockchains, IBM blockchain, Samsung blockchain that are going to compete. JPM coin, for an example, in the banking industry. So don't feel like, hey, traditional markets are just going to, or traditional corporations are just going to lay back and say, okay, crypto wins, they got it, they can have it. No, this is capitalism. They're going to come in, they're going to fork these coins if they like them enough, they're going to hire the developers and do anything they can and just say, hey, thanks for your hard work, we'll just copy what you did and move forward. DIA is excited to be a part of Polkadot's protocol layer. So that's, again, big news with DIA and Polkadot. And so I think these are both solid projects to look forward to in the future. We're going to talk about market cycles, and you're going to want to look at these coins when they start to go through accumulation phase. These could be good ideas for coins to pick up and, midterm hodl. YFI, this chart, you can see clear head and shoulders, broke to the downside. Look, it looks terrible. It got completely destroyed. It was $44,000, and now here it is at $10,000. I'm not a holder for this exact reason. This is not fun for me to see 40,000 turn into 10,000 per coin. But what I would say is that when YFI looks like death, it means the bottom's not too far away. Like when these coins, like holders right now, could you imagine like people bought up here, just bought into the hype, and then they just keep get wrecked, and then potentially it peaks up again, and they're just like super excited about this, and then they get more wrecked, and then here excited again, and then more wrecked. And so once they get to a point where there's just so much pain, and they're just like, dude, this is going to zero. Like that's in this area. Like they get to that point, and they're just like, you get this capitulation, you get these big red volume candles. Are we there yet? I'm not sure, but you want to see this coin move sideways for a period of time and go through some consolidation, and that's where accumulation starts. Okay, and so I'm going to talk to you in detail about this idea with Vechain towards the end of the video, and again, it's going to be easy way to make a lot of money in this market. Bitcoin 4-hour chart, just to recap this idea. So we talked about possible bearish divergence all over these indicators. Well, guess what? It played out. That's what gave you this move to the downside. Now, when this price action is going sideways like that, I mean, it still maintains the levels as far as these indicators go. So it doesn't really get confirmed until you start to get that break lower. So it's kind of tricky. And so that's a situation you may see here where essentially there's bearish divergence. I mean, look, this is a high, this is a lower high. Okay, and so the bulls have to push the RSI above this, otherwise you're going to get confirmation. It might be $1,000 move on the Bitcoin chart. Okay, if the bulls can't show up here. Now, so understand, like if they can just hold if the bulls can just hold and move this price sideways, kind of put a delay. There's a delay factor there. It might give the bulls a chance to show up later. Just understand that the way this bearish divergence plays out, like if it moves sideways, it kind of puts everything on hold until it breaks lower, and then you get that exacerbated move to the downside. Normally, bearish divergence is about a $400 to $500 move at this price point for Bitcoin. Okay, whereas on the daily chart, you might see a $1,000 move. Someone in group stated, I got an email for early access to buy Bitcoin with PayPal in the United States. And again, he was super stoked. And you can just here, just click buy Bitcoin, paypal.com, buy. This right here is going to be bullish long-term bullish for Bitcoin. Hit a button. Hit that $500 button, everybody, one time. Listen, imagine this. Bitcoin's running up crazy, and people are just like smashing the 500. Just hit that $500 buy, $500 buy. They're just hitting those big buttons. Enough people start hitting these buy buttons. You already know what it is. This is the Bitcoin weekly chart. Understand this. So the price action came down and tapped this level. See this previous level back here, 13,200. You get a break below 13,200. You've got to. You're looking for a move down to 12,200, 12,000. Now, if you get this is a buying opportunity because it'd be a retest of this breakout, right? This is a buying opportunity for those looking to get into Bitcoin, and if you do get this type of pullback, this is a buying opportunity. Again, this is very important. I want you guys to focus on this. This is Vechain, right? Just a coin that I looked at. This is from 2019, from September 2019, and you can see, identify a market cycle. Okay, so you don't have to know anything about TA. Just understand you got markdown phase when the price is dropping. That's where these altcoins are right now. You'll go into accumulation when, see all these bottoms are the same, right? You're not putting in any lower lows, right? So the price action's just flat. Gives the 200 simple, this yellow line, time to kind of catch up. And then once the price action starts to break above that, you start to see after accumulation, this is where the whales buy. This is how the whales get rich right here because they buy here. Then they ride markup, and then distribution is where they start selling. And then markdown is where painfully retail starts selling. Like they just can't stop the bleeding. The bleeding's not stopping. I'm just tired of it, and they're just selling. Finally, you get this capitulation. And then you go through this phase, which is not shown here because it hadn't happened yet, right? We're accumulation. I'm looking for accumulation here. Now, this is from September 2019, and I didn't know what was going to happen, right? But I'm looking for it to flatten out and then go to markup and then distribution. And then this just repeats. Here you go. You got your markdown, accumulation, same thing, right? Same chart. Markdown, accumulation, markup, distribution. Now we go here and we say, okay, here it is. Here we are. Same, we're right here, essentially, right? This is September. So let's match it up. September. Okay, you see how it flattens out? Well, guess what happens with Vechain? It just freaking takes off. So, and see how the 200 simple came in here? And again, not this rounded bottom like this. This is a lot sharper, but same market cycle idea. Okay, you need this flattening out. You need this to happen. This is accumulation, right? After everybody just gets completely sells all their coins because they just can't handle holding their bags anymore. The weak hands get completely wrecked. Then it flattens out, and then you get this epic move to the upside. Look at this. I posted this talking about 37 sat Vechain. 37 sat. Okay, and the idea is we're looking for accumulation. You're going to buy an accumulation. You're going to sell in distribution. And now look, it ran up from 37 Satoshis. It ran up to 107 Satoshis. I mean, you tripled your money here. You tripled your money just buying based on this flattening out idea. Flattens out. And then once it starts to take off, you don't know where the top's at. I mean, you're going to sell probably percentages on the way up. But what you don't want to do is ride these downtrends. I mean, you can see clearly you've got this head and shoulders type pattern. You guys see that just like you've got with YFI that we talked about in the beginning of the video. See this head and shoulders pattern, shoulder, head, shoulders, right? Then you see you got the market cycle happen again, right? Here's how it flattened out, right? Where it's not putting in lower lows anymore. So this 37, I mean, so if you would have sold the top here, bought back down here in accumulation again, essentially you tripled your money. So you have 3 times as many VET right here. And then look what happened. It freaking took off. So you'd have your 3 times, you're already 3x your money, right? And then essentially you 5x that. See, this is where you compound your profits and you make a ton of money by taking profits, selling the top. And again, here is the top. Here's distribution. And this is just where whales are selling, right? And so now, here we are. We're looking for the same type of accumulation to start happening. This yellow 200 is going to come in play. Okay, we want this to catch up to the price action. But then you're going to look and you want Vechain to find a bottom in this area. You see all this price action here? See all this price action? All this price action, this price action. So there's a probability in play that it will start to bottom here. Okay, now it could put a bottom in closer down to 44, but the idea of a bull market is that your lows of each of these consecutive phases of the market cycle become higher lows, right? So all of a sudden you're holding these coins, and this is why buy the dip works in a bullish market, because this low is not as low as this low. However, I mean, you missed out on a ton of money right here, right? I mean, you could have turned 1,000 into 3,000 and 3,000 into 15,000 right here, versus you got 1,000, you got 1,000 here, and you still have 1,000 here, right? You're not compounding your gains. This is where the game changes for learning to trade this market. So if you want more information on this idea, like I can help you guys. I teach this every day. So it's pretty, but again, your bounce ideas with Vechain are, do start in this area. And then this would put this accumulation phase in play here. On mainnet suffers attack, brings block production to a halt. The attacker executed malicious transactions during a routine upgrade on the morning of November the 2nd. Production of blocks halted. No transactions were processed for several hours until the issue was resolved. The attack on the Tron network caused super representative responsible for block generation to completely cease activities. Users reported the network was down for 3 hours. Tron was down for 3 hours. No blockchain. No transactions getting processed. The Tron CEO, Justin Sun, stated on Twitter that the attack lasted 3 hours. No funds were lost, and he came out and he says, enjoy sending money on Tron. Everything's back to normal. He said the malicious contract happened on the 2nd of November and gave the time and just talked about, hey, this was during an upgrade, and that's why this happened. But essentially, the Tron's price dropped by 3% following this announcement by Justin Sun. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.